Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Today, I want to talk about workshops, okay? I have also been learning about them, so I'm going to try to give you a little rundown here as I've been using them a little bit and trying to figure out exactly how they work on things. So let's go ahead and go through it. So for one, the first thing you need to know when you build a workshop is it has to be on a land that is bigger than a 1 tile. So it has to be on something higher. So I'm going to build my land on this one. So I'm going to build a workshop. You build it like you would build one of your training settlements. Okay, it works the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and build a workshop. I'm going to go ahead and use it for grain right now. So it says this workshop can convert the resources production type of land within its operational range to grain. You can also switch it to wood, stone, or iron, whatever you need. Now I actually need more iron, so I'm going to go ahead and do ore. I always call it iron, it's ore. Connecting this workshop to your settlement via resource paths, which we'll talk about in a second. Okay, there are these little roads you can build. Can increase the yield of the land within its range. Yield limit is affected by the power production of the land on which the workshop is located. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and build this. That takes 15 minutes, but I already have one ready. So we're going to have one here. I already have it level 4. Okay, so you can change type right here if you want it. Mine's already on ore. Okay, it says select your target resource of type workshop. You can basically change it whatever you want. I want to keep what mine is. It will take some time to change it, so I'm not going to do that. So then I have already upgraded mine to level 4. Upgrading workshop can increase the potential yield of the land within its range. The workshop level is related to the power production of the land. All right, that means basically if it explains it right here. If your place is level 1, and by the way, you do have to upgrade this. So if you don't have this as a new player, when you're in your building section down here, it's called Resource Center. Okay, I'm covering up a little bit there, but it's there. Resource Center, and that can be upgraded until level 4, and it says right here number of workshops that can be constructed. I can technically have 6 of these. Number of resource paths that can be built, 25. Those are the walkways to connect them, and max workshop level is 4. Okay, so I can actually do a lot. I haven't really used these enough yet. I can make way more than just the one I've been using. So now, these are the resource paths. They're built the same way. You do have to own the land, so I'm going to occupy the rest of this land while I'm doing this. But, for example, if I wanted to build a path, I already have one here connecting. I'm assuming I can just connect with this one right here and connect it. But basically, you just go on it, click build, and look at there it is, just like the workshop, and you'd build a road, basically a resource path. This resource paths are used to connect workshops to your settlement and will unlock the efficiency operation of the land yield bonus. Resource path construction will cause the related land tile to lose their resource production. Okay, so basically, if you want to connect it to your base, you have to remember that if you have a land on there, you won't be getting anything from that land. That's what that last part is, okay? So like, for example, since I have these 2 roads connected, I probably should have just built 1 road here or something, but I built 2. Technically, well, you can see here, it would only be able to reach, it can't reach that one anyway, so it doesn't matter. So this one doesn't get a yield bonus, but these do get a yield bonus. And now let me show you what I mean. I haven't upgraded these yet, okay? So I could say yield boost, all right? This is one thing you can do. To enable yield boost effect, you'll need to dispatch an army to eliminate the enemy forces on the land and conduct a development for a period of time. The same land can be yield boosted multiple times, but the land yield level cannot exceed the current workshop level. So for example, if your workshop is level 1, you can increase that land's yield up to 15 power. If it's level 2, 40 power tile, you can basically upgrade the tile's power, okay? And resources. Let me flip here to the other side for a second. So if you look right there, see we have, so I could boost this one up to have it be a stronger 130 power instead of 90, and also wood. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there we go. I'm going to have to sweep it now, it says. So I'll send an army to sweep that, like it just explained. Oh, it's kind of a cool system. It's like a fun little mini game within the mini game. So I'm working. So now that I've got this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and build a road so I can connect this other one that's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and build that road there. And look at that. It takes 15 minutes, but it's kind of neat. You actually have a little road, so it seems you can connect to multiple. That's good. So in theory, for practicality, you'd want to have a lot of extra land if possible, unless you're, of course, in an area with your friends and you're all trying to move. But I may want to build my things like out in a line, right? and then also work the land that way, okay? So like, and then, just like you'd be playing any kind of like strategy farm game, oh, let me put these all in a row and then put my farms down, that kind of thing. You probably have to think about that. So now let's talk about upgrades. So again, this one's fully upgraded like we explained, but what if I want to reclaim this land? So if I reclaim a land, basically what it says is can convert the production type of the resource tile to be the type corresponding to the workshop, but the yield, the land yield will slightly decrease. You need to dispatch an army to execute the so you get a little less. So this is if you were in somewhere like here, for example. Unfortunately, there's iron right here, but let's say I really needed iron and I didn't want this 150 wood. I'm going to go ahead and do it for the video. I'm going to click reclaim. All right, you want to convert this to an ore tile. All right, so I will execute command, send my army there. All right, we'll do that right now. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, and also I'm going to occupy more of these tiles around this one. It also seems to be in an area of, it's like a block, right? So it's like a fort size, like 9x9 tile area that you can do stuff on. So I'm going to go ahead and occupy all the ones connected to this one. And now if we look at this tile here, you can see now it has actually been yield boosted a little bit. So that's kind of cool. But I think you can just keep doing that. Did I already, let's see, did it already finish? I'm not sure why it didn't already finish. But let's see, did it convert? Convert wood into ore. Ah, there we go. Okay, so it says it's converting wood, reclaim in progress. Cool. Maybe I messed this one up because I didn't stay long enough. Well, let's go ahead and let's try it again. We'll sweep it with a different army. And then I will keep occupying these. Anyway, it's pretty cool system. It's kind of cool. I really think they're really neat. So let's see. We can change the type. But right now I'm using ore for this one. And then once we reclaim, it says at 9 minutes. Basically, I have to sweep it and then defeat the enemy, enabling yield boost. So 800 plus an hour. I think that may be a type of yield boost, kind of like if you have a tile already and you do ring power on it and you say gather. Well, gather is already there. Let's see. Let me go to my ring power here for a second. Oh, you know what I just realized? I think what they actually did was they got rid of oh no, it's here. Never mind. Extract is here. So you can still use extract if you wanted to as well with your ring power. But again, it's interesting. Let's go ahead and let this hit and see what happens. So this says it takes 3 minutes and 30 seconds to transform that. So I'm not going to move my character. I'm curious if because I moved it, I messed it up. That's something that's important to know. So we'll find that out here in a second in the video. I'll make the mistake for you guys so you don't have to do it. All right. So we're going to wait 3 minutes for that one to finish. I could do a little time lapse here so you guys don't have to wait on the video the whole time. I think that's what I might do for you. And then we'll talk about it more once we get there. All right, so I'm going to do a little time lapse here of three minutes for you. So, Baruch Kazad. All right, we're back. I messed it up before when I moved Falcon. I had to wait for 5 minutes on that one as well to yield it up to have more stuff per hour. So that's you got to leave. I think your commander there. You don't want to move him, because I think otherwise you mess it up. So let's see here. The way I place this workshop, I'm going to tell you guys right now, don't place a workshop like I did here. This is a much better one that I've set up right here. If you do it like this, I literally only have the option of this tile that he's on and this tile to use. And this other one of them I have to use to get to my base to get the efficiency bonus. By the way, the efficient operation bonus is right here. We can actually read what that does too if you guys are curious. When a workshop is directly connected to a settlement via the resource path, which we explained, the workshop will enter the efficiency operation state. Within this state, the workshop can activate the following additional effects, which is the yield boost, okay, which is what we're using right now with what's his name standing there. Command on your occupied land within the workshop's operational range, which is that 9x9 area, right, the ones around it, basically, tiles, will grant the land a resource yield boost and power production boost. This command can be used on the same land multiple times, but the land yield level cannot exceed the current workshop level. So again, it can only be yielded up to, I believe, 4 times. I mean, it explains it right here, like we talked about. Workshop can increase land yield to 15 power if it's level 1. So it's just, it can increase it up to a 40 power tiles if it's level 2. It can increase all the tiles to 90 power tiles if it's level 3, and 150 if it's level 4, which is what you want. That's awesome. The workshop will receive a yield boost from your occupied land within its influence range. The higher the yield of the surrounding land, the greater the yield boost granted to the workshop. All right, so you want to upgrade them all because the higher they are, it kind of has an effect, right? All right, so we actually finished here. So as you can see, this tile now has a bonus within workshop range, which is pretty cool. There it is right there. So it's turning 880. It doesn't actually convert the tile, right? Actually physically, but you can see it right here. 880 wood. Instead, I'm getting 610 iron per hour. Now this is 150 tiles, so my power is the same, right? But if we look over here at a 150 tile for iron, or 130, this is giving me 800. So I mean, it's pretty close to having 130 iron tile. It's not quite the same, little less, which makes sense. You want to be able to get an actual tile, but it's better. So that's pretty cool. And so now this will be done in 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do another little time warp for you. Ready? Baruch Kazad. All right, we're back. So again, the most efficient way for you guys to do this, once you're like have it maxed and you're going to have all these things, is that I would recommend doing the math near your base and seeing where you have the most land, like this way for me. I would put a workshop here, right? And then I would have not all the ones around it, and I would put one road here. And then I would put a workshop 2 over or 3 over, right? So 1, 2, 3 here, and then you could have a road in between them if you wanted to, right? To get it to it, and then you can have all the ones along it and kind of just keep going like that, right? You could even go off the corner, I guess, off one of them, and then go in if you're worried to take up 2, 3, right? You could try to do the math. You might need to do a little weaving to like make it where you have the least roads taking up. No matter what, you're going to have to go through 2 tiles, though, to connect them if you're connecting them that way. Another way you could do it is just have one here and then have one like here if there was no, other player right here base. Like do them all around your base and then just have 1 tile each. You can make, basically you're making farms, right? It's really not that hard. All right, so this one is finished. So now you can see this one is 130 tile. It's been upgraded. It's still wood. So guess what? You could actually upgrade it again and make it a 150 tile. It increases again the actual power of the tile and the other one. Now, for science, I would like to actually destroy this one. How long does it take to destroy? Demolish structure. It's a whole hour. I'm assuming when you demolish the structure, I'm just going to assume this. You guys let me know in the comment if anyone's done it. It is going to remove this back down to what it originally was. So you obviously won't be able to keep this tile at this level. It would be really weird to me if you could do this on a bunch of tiles, destroy it, and then move it and do this on a bunch more tiles. You could make infinite resources. So like you could have all your tiles be 150 without even going and getting 150 tiles. That'd be kind of weird. You have like the perfect amount of resources for everything. So my one's done. This one's done here, so I can actually change the effect. It is ore right now. So if I wanted to, for one, I'm going to upgrade it, and then later I'm going to. It's not connected yet, so it doesn't have the efficiency bonus. So I'm not allowed to use the powers. Right, I'm not able to reclaim it or yield boost it, or even change what kind of yield it's giving me because this road is not finished yet. You remember, so keep that in mind. That's if it's not working for you, you don't have a road connected to it, okay? But again, these are really cool, and I think we've kind of covered most of it here. I don't think I need to keep showing you guys more right now for this video. I can answer questions in the comments if you have any, but it's pretty much find a good spot. You're doing Sim City here with farming. It's a Stardew Valley minigame. You're basically going to put this out, and it's really handy though if you have a big flat area of 1 tiles, and when you get this thing to level 4, I can pump these all up. So like again, now here's the thing. One thing I think I just figured out, take back what I said about 1 tiles. It seems to be, I can yield boost this one. No, it has to be operation 6. You might not be able. So again, the reclaim, I could turn this food tile into an iron tile with that, right? If I wanted to, this 60 tile. I'm realizing I can do it on these. I'm curious if 1 tiles are not able to be changed. And what that tells me is that you're looking for bunches of tiles. So for example, that's a big difference. If that's the case, I'd want to build one like here where I could do this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile. All these tiles would be over 1 tiles to be able to be upgraded. If that is the case, because it does look like that is the case. And we did read that on the what it said here. It's disabled right now with bonus. When the state of the workshop, the yield command on your tiles, workshop gradually land resources. This land multiple times. Level 1 workshops can increase land yield to 15 power. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe 1 tiles are a no-go. But let's wait 40 seconds for this land to just double check, make sure. Interesting. So I can build more and more workshops too. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm gonna have this finish connecting. Remember, we're upgrading this right now. Possibly maybe because it's not upgraded, but that's weird to me if I could do the 60 tile and I could upgrade it later and it shows me I can. And it shows me I can do the reclaim to switch it to iron, but it'd be really weird if I can't switch the 1 tiles. So that means they maybe are the things. So I'd want to build a workshop like here. I want to occupy this and then take all of those tiles around it. Now again, remember, all of these tiles are still considered taking up tile space, right? I don't think it gives you free tiles. Like, let me just double check to make sure, since this is a guide video. Yeah, see, these are all taking up tile space. Hold on, it's jumped me all over. Let's go back to our base real quick. Badoo! All right, and let's see this tile. Yeah, so that is it. Let's double check though. I'm gonna do one more 3-minute jump here, and we're just gonna double check that we can't use this once this is finished. This work, like this upgrade. And also if these tiles still all count as actual owned tiles or if it gets my yield down. It's 150. If it went down in 3 minutes, it would be down. I'd lose 8, right? Tiles out of my 159. I don't think that's how it works. I think it does take up all your tiles still. So you'd only be using this if you wanted to make more resources. You just can't find enough of these tiles. This is really going to help out free-to-play players later in the game when they're like trying, or someone who's behind and trying to find tiles. You can kind of create your own, right? As long as you find a patch of things that are above 1 power, apparently, from what I'm seeing. But we're going to do one more teleport here, just double check for you. Baruch Kazad. All right, so I think we've solved this. So this is technically a level 2 base now, but I've upgraded it. And I still cannot do anything on and it is connected, so it's got the efficiency operation boost right now. I can only upgrade tiles that aren't 1 tiles. So that tells me that you're going to want to find a bunch of tiles like I have here, and I'm taking all of these. You want to find a 9x9 of tiles that are over level 1. All right? And I think that's going to be important, which is going to make it a little more challenging on where you place your base, because you only have so many road tiles to be able to get it there, right? So, and also where are you going to pull your road out? See, for me, my lowest tile automatically here is this 15. So I'd probably put a road there and then do road like along here like this. And I should have enough to get it to my base. So you have to think about how far it is from your base. And remember, every time you move your base, you won't be able to attach the efficiency bonus anymore to that workshop once you move. So what I would assume happens is that if you leave your workshop, it will still give you bonuses, but you won't be able to do any upgrading anymore. So if you leave the workshop, I'm assuming if it's already been yield upgraded, that as long as it's there, you'll be good. But you just won't be able to do anything with it, like change it or anything without a road. If not, if it does totally remove it, you may just have to delete your workshops and rebuild them when you move your base. So I haven't moved my base yet, so I can't give you a good assessment on that at this moment. But I might leave a comment later and let you know on that one. So anyway, my friends, I hope this was helpful to an extent. Have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Again, these are brand new. It's a brand new system. I don't even know if they're going to tweak them. If they do, I'll make another guide video. If they update things. So thanks so much. Have a great day. But this is the 2.0 of the new brand new workshops. Have a great, wonderful day. Thanks to my patrons. Thanks for watching. Subscribe button's there if you want some more. And over there is my other guides. And over there is Lord of the Rings Online, where I do voiceovers in that game. So have a great day, my friends, and stay happy. Baruch Kazad, Kuzad, I Venya.